The DVX-100 is a 4x3 chipset. So if you're shooting a 16:9 image, you're basically using a cropped portion of the 4x3 chipset. So you actually have less resolution in a DV signal versus the HVX-200, because the HVX-200 is a true 16:9 chipset. So you're starting with more pixels to start with. And so, yeah, there is a difference. There is more resolution. But I think the best part about it is that, especially if you're looking to buy a camera today, I think the HVX-200 gives you this really natural upgrade. And it's one of the things that I loved about the camera in the first place, is that it has the DV tape drive in there, and it does come with a single P2 card. So you sort of can get started on doing some cool special effects with P2, like an overcrank, undercrank, and slide that back over to the DV tape. And then your customer goes, oh, how's that happen? You know, and then you start getting them over to DVC Pro 50 and kicking them up a notch a little bit. You know, so it has this progression path that you can take your customer from being a DV customer to becoming a DVC Pro 50 customer to a DVC Pro HD customer. So it has a nice little progression, because just because you buy an HD camera doesn't mean that you have HD customers. It means that you have DV customers because you were doing DV before, and now you're going to have to try to convince them to do HD. So that's where I think the HVX had this nice little built-in stuff that allowed you to show the customer what it could do, you know, like doing a little overcrank or show a busy morning by undercrank or something like that. The customers that are looking to compare the two, the HVX-200 certainly does have a little more resolution to it than the DVX.